David Sanborn died yesterday.
Oh.
Right? And I mean, 3 albums during the 80s that totally reshaped how I thought about music came from David Sanborn. One of which being David Sanborn and Bob James, who I just got to see about a month ago for the very first time. Insane. Got to see Stanley Clarke for the very first time. Insane. Marcus Miller, I've been seeing him since 93, 92. Still insane. To me, they're the legends, right? Sanborn was just a guy, you know, he's a legend.
Well,
right?
And he was an artist and he was a technician at his instrument. But in 1987, when his record came out, and I memorized the thing front to back, I haven't listened to that in forever. It's funny you mentioned that because I went back because of this, and I listened to that whole album this morning early while I was getting set up. And da, 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 da. It just, I got goosebumps because I remember how that, I remember how
I posted it last night.
All the way back then.
Right. And I posted it last night as the one song that reminded me of him, because I remember that in Seattle, the smooth jazz station played the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Couldn't throw, you know, and it's like, oh, yeah, kind of like Thrift Shop. You couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting that song.
Yeah. And what a great song. What a great production. Even for
and, you know, to have it be called The Dream. And then I'm looking at YouTube and there's like different posts from different people and different impressions. And then I go back and listen to Hideaway. And then I listen to Voyeur. And then I listen, you know, the record As We Speak, which to me are the 3 records that make him.
Yeah.
Totally make him. Voyeur is amazing. And somewhere in there, he does Double Vision with Bob James. I was the only one at the Marcus Miller show. He starts talking about this song that he did with David Sanborn. And I said, Maputo. And he goes, yep, somebody knows what I'm talking about. And that's what it was. Which, you know, I didn't have to hard to, you know, I didn't want to, you know, stand up and tell everybody, you know, I conceived a son to that song. That's how much I love that song. But yeah, you know, it's funny for up and coming artists. You kind of, it's weird and it's different for everyone because, like I said, it's a paradox. Because I've always told everybody, from my experience, if you're looking for self-esteem somewhere outside of your skin, you're looking in the wrong place. But as an artist, when you don't get it, you start to question the very thing that inspires you. And that's a conversation that every creative has with themselves. And you said, you know, it's the ebb and flow of things. I had to think of it this way. I've got to know the difference between a speed bump and a cliff. One will kill me. The other one's no big deal. But you know, the only way to know that, what's the difference between a speed bump and a cliff? The time it takes you to hit bottom. One's really, really short. A couple days, maybe a couple hours. The other's like a month, 6 months, years. And having been 10 years removed from my heyday, I can tell you everything that happens in between. Inside and out of, you know, I just have this perspective. And it's different for everyone. I mean, there's got to be there are probably, you know, not everyone is Ed Sheeran. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know, 10 years ago, where was Taylor Swift? Trivia question, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'll still look back on the 56th Grammys that I'm sitting in the 3rd row behind Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, and having met Ed Sheeran earlier in the year, there he is across the way on the other side of the section. So I get up and run all across the floor during a commercial to see him, and we hug like we've been friends for years. And then that phrase, Wanz, do you know Taylor? And it's Taylor Swift. Hey, Taylor, Wanz. I'm Wanz. She goes, I know, I've read about you. Ooh.